it's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about Belle Collective Season 1, Episode 3, Sisters in the Struggle. Yes. Okay, so it starts off with Tamara. You know, she's having lunch with her parents, and we finally get to see who they are. And just as she says, they're always asking her about having children and stuff. We learn that she's the baby of the family. And she has this vision board that she's like, if it's not on my vision board, I'm not trying to do it. And her mother and father are looking at her, and she's trying to find out about a man. She says she wants a man who stand up to the level of her parents who've been married for 51 years, you know. But her mother just kept sitting there going, where's the baby? Where's the grandchild? You know, but you know, I understand parents like that, and I get it. But one thing I'm having a problem with, and I don't know if anybody else is having a problem, y'all let me know down in the comment section, but Tamara's makeup be jacked up sometimes. I don't know what it is. Is it her makeup, the way she puts it on? Do they have makeup artists that help them with this stuff? Because she looks so pasty sometimes. And then she wear that pink lipstick. That When she's talking, that neutral color looks nice on her. But that pink and them light colors on her face, that just don't look right to me. She look, I don't know. She just looked like she's so much older. Like she don't even have time left to be having some babies. She looked like she in her 40s now. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyway, but it's just, some people need to know, you know, in fashion, which colors work good with their skin tone, I think. But who am I? I'm not a makeup artist. Anyway. We got Antoinette. She's stressed out about space and budget in her new space. You know, her office that she's doing her practice. And she brings Kayleen and Latrice over there, her friends, to see the space. And I don't know. For some reason, I got this little feeling like looking at Latrice's expression, like she might have been hating a little bit. But she got her whole shop, so she shouldn't have been. But something about a look that she made, I didn't get it. But she told them, you know, walk me through it. Give me your vision, you know. And I was like, okay. So we do find out. I think we said it. She said it before that Antoinette says that she's what, 1 out of 4 black women in her dental class, and how she works so hard for this and stuff. And then when the gentlemen leave who were working there, the workers, here come the cattiness. Here comes the cattiness. Who brings it up? Latrice brings up Tamara's party. And now we get to see the other side of catty Antoinette. Because she's had all of the mouth. It was doing all the talking and mimicking Latrice and Letitia, and she's mimicking her, and oh, and she did this, and she had the nerve to pull my hair, and she did, and oh, girls, and she was giving me shade all night, and Latricia said she didn't want to, that's not what she was doing, and she wasn't trying to give shade. They didn't show us all that shade. If that was happening, we didn't see that on the camera. I know I didn't see it, but maybe somebody else did. And so they're talking, and Kayleen asks about what is real. What do it mean when they say real? And they looking at the camera like, sometimes you just gotta teach your white friends. you gotta, you know. But she said, Antoinette said, when we get together, we get shady. And she really was. So I wasn't feeling Antoinette. I was not feeling her. I didn't like that shady side, because she came to Latricia acting like Letitia, like she was being cool with her and everything is good, and then behind her back she's like yada 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 yada, you know. So I have a problem with her right now. I'm not feeling her. She's starting to act petty. And then we got Marie's husband. We finally see Cedric, you know, and she said how their relationship was a roller coaster. She said we were married, then we got divorced, then we got remarried, and there's 4 children she has, but I think she only has 1 with him, and that's a daughter. And I'm sitting there going, hold up, you know, why you remarried him if infidelity was the problem? And y'all got 2 houses, she said, and he gonna sit there talking about he was staying in the other house some nights. What the hell? He not coming home? I was like, this is some bull. This is some bull. But she was taking care to her grandkids, and then the baby mamas had to come and get the kids. And she said it was kind of awkward to have the baby mamas showing up at the same time, but it is what it is. I'm just trying to help, she said, you know. So anyway, what else? There was, oh, she said, and then she's saying how her son, Jay, or Jerez, or whatever his name is away in college, 3 hours away, when she wanted him to go to a college that was closer so he could be a father to his daggone 3 sons. And so that caused the issue between her and her son. And she goes to Marie's house. Marie goes to Letitia's house, and I think she had never been there before or something. And Letitia tells us how they connected on a business level first, and then they became friends on a friend level. And then as they sat down and was talking, you know, Marie let her know how she felt about her trying to get them to talk at Tamara's party, trying to get her to talk to Latrice at Tamara's party. She didn't feel that was the right time. And, you know, like, you supposed to be my friend, that wasn't cool. She said, I understand, but I was just trying to get something together because I want to get my, you know, my Farris Street going. So that was that part. But she showed her the tape. She sat down and showed her the tape of her son acting out. She recorded him and he acted out and cursed her out and everything. Punched holes in her walls. I said, oh my God. He punched holes in her walls when she told him to pack his stuff and don't come back. And she was mad because she told him, you need to go to a school that's close. If I'm going to be paying for everything, you're not going to the school you want to go to. I need you. I can't be taking care of your kids while you 3 hours away living your life. You know, and she was like, she admitted. She said, I did the wrong thing by giving him everything she wanted. So when Letitia was seeing the whole thing, the video, you know, Marie was crying. Marie started crying afterwards because she couldn't believe he talked to her that way and he treated her that way. He said, and you know, she said he had even picked up his fist like he's going to hit her, and the younger son jumped in front of him. And that's when he punched a hole in the wall and then punched a hole in 2 more walls out the door. I said, damn, that boy crazy. So then they show Latrice and Mel, and they having a business meeting, and Cliff is all upset because as an investor, he should have been invited, you know, and he should have known about the meeting. So, of course, she said, well, we over here right at such and such. You're welcome to come. And he comes and he shows, he's trying to give his little 2 cents in advice. And you could see on Latrice's face, like she really don't want him saying. Then she put her hand on his mouth like, you're supposed to be a silent partner. Be a silent partner and stay silent. You know. Then we got Tamara and Marie. Tamara and Letitia. They go to City Hall. Letitia says she's never been to City Hall before, but she's going to meet a councilman to talk about Farris Street. It's easy to get the hookup because the councilman is Tamara's cousin. So he's talking to them. He thinks it's a great idea, you know, what she's doing. He said what he looks for in people first is passion and vision. He said, you seem to have both. So that was a plus for her. And she does. She's really invested in it, you know. And she told him the spots that she liked and stuff like that. And he said, this is what happened before. He said it was the business owners who got together to revitalize, to bring up Farris Street. He said, and that's how it became the 2nd largest black economy in the country, right behind Harlem. Holla! Harlem in the house. Yep, that's what he said. I had to keep playing that back. I said, what? Did he shout out Harlem? And, you know, when she left the office after the meeting with the councilman, she was on the staircase crying. She told me her grandparents and stuff, and they'd be so proud of her. And it was nice. They were tears of joy. They were tears of joy. What else happened? Latrice, again, she admits she has daddy issues, and she telling her husband to take off his shirt because so let me see the muscles and stuff. And he got this big ass belly, and I'm sitting there going, he ain't got no body, but she's sitting there going, I don't care. I got daddy issues. I love his belly. I said, oh Lord, that's sickening. Something wrong with her. That's what she got, the daddy issues. You're right. So he wants to teach her how to swim. And she's like, boy, not with this lace front on. I ain't getting in that pool. She said she had a traumatic issue when she was younger and almost drowned. And she was done with pools, you know. But you got a big one in your backyard. You need to learn. Anyway, so she said she had the daddy issues. So she goes and she want to make him happy because he's feeling some kind of way. So, and she kept saying he don't know the teacher. So she go old school. You know, when you didn't have a shower cap or whatever. Well, not a shower cap. Yeah, a swim cap. And she tied her hair up and put a plastic bag over and tied it up. I was like, all right, ghetto girl, you black. Because black people, we get inventive with stuff. Y'all know the hanger on the antenna on the TV to get the good reception. You get a wire hanger from your closet and put it. Those of you a little older, y'all know that story, right? Know that one. Then we got Marie talking with her husband and the son. They decide to have about the son. She's talking to the husband about the son and about him coming home, him not coming home some nights and stuff like that. And Essie is there as well. And she's saying how he stayed at other spots and Essie wasn't there for that. He was saying how, oh man, I stayed at the other spot, you know, trying to play it off. And she's like, I don't even believe that crap he's saying. You know, she's like, this is going to be an issue again. She, you know, that he ain't coming home. You can't be doing that. You know, so, and we find out, like I said, they have a daughter together. Then Essie comes to be the mediator because they're going to talk to the son. And they're sitting there telling Cedric he needs to be a positive role model for the children. And they think in his behavior as a man of the house is okay. Coming and going as he pleases and not, you know, not coming home some nights. And that's not cool. So then they're talking and he's like, but yo, we got our own issues. Why are you saying this stuff in front of Essie? And she said, why not? Essie part of this family. He's like what? She's like, Essie, you have a problem? She told Essie, and Essie was like, yeah, because anything that go on in here, it causes a problem with our business. And what Marie got is, I got 50% of whatever Marie got because we partners in that business. So all of this is messing with her business. I said, okay, Essie. Essie was like, okay. So then the husband's like, well, I'm feeling some kind of way because I'm her husband and I'm married to her. She's like, shit, you ain't even here half the time. You're not even here. So, you know, come on with that. She's like, go on with that mess, you know. So they really think that, what's his name? Cedric is jealous of their relationship. That's because, you know, I don't know. We don't know what he does yet or what kind of money he got. We just know he got another house somewhere. Because they both kept their property, she said, when they got together. So, and that's probably where he do all his dirt. So, then Jerez comes in. They were calling him Jay. He comes in. He looked like he about 6'2" or 3. He comes in and he hugs, you know, he hugs Essie. He hugs Cedric. But they don't show him hugging Marie. And because it goes to a commercial. When they come back, they sitting at the table. And Marie says she didn't like, you know, she's like emotional. And Essie's like, you see, your mother's upset. And she's like, I did not like the way you spoke to me. And I didn't like the way, you know, you were treating me and how it made me feel like you hate me and you don't like me. She's like, after, you know, all I try to do to help you and do for you and take care of your kids. And he was like, you know, I just thought I should be able to make my, you know, decide which school I want to go to. She's like, you need to be near your kids. I'm paying for all this stuff. We discussed it. She said, if I'm paying for everything for him, I have a right to be a part of that discussion. And she damn right. Unless he making his own money, he can't say nothing. I'm taking care of you and your kids and your baby mamas. You need to be at a school close by to do your part. Because these ain't my kids, they yours. I was like, tell him, girl, tell him. But she wasn't excited as I am, but you know. So he apologized, you know. She was saying the kids need their father there. So he apologized, and then Cedric, what's his name? Cedric jumps in and goes, oh yeah, I'm so glad that you apologized and came by. That was man of you. And I'm like, what? Who asking you to say shit? Who asking you to say anything? Because that's up to Marie to say. Thank you for the apology. He didn't apologize to you. He's supposed to be apologizing to his mama who he was disrespecting. And she said, that's all well and good, but you need to be here and blah, blah, blah. And she told him he needs to work on his anger and he needs his anger management and he needs to get some counseling. So they agreed to get some family counseling. I think that was just for her and him. I don't think it's with the stepdad or whatever. So that was nice. And then they hugged and everything, kumbaya. But one of the things she said before it was over, she said, if you give kids all they ask for, because she said she started giving them stuff, but she didn't do it on purpose. It just started happening, giving them what they wanted and stuff. She said, but if you give kids all they ask for, you better need to stop. If that's what you're doing now, stop. Because you are creating monsters. And I try to tell people that. I've been saying that to people for years. You keep spoiling them if you want. You're going to create a monster because one day you might not have it or whatever. And they not going to understand that. So, anyway, so it ended like that. But next week look like it's going to be a good one too. Because Marie is getting into it again. And this time it's with Kaylon. I said, oh, Lord. And they all look like they had a brunch. But this time, Antoinette and them got their little fascinators on their head. I think I'm going to wear a fascinator for the next review for next week. I'm going to be ready with my tea. You know how it is. Tea with a little shade. This your girl, Bobby J, saying peace.